Hello, everybody. Okay, so tonight I was going to do Slasher Sunday, but then I was like, I haven't done a Stephen King Saturday in a while. It's still Saturday. When I started this movie, it was still Saturday. Now it's not Saturday. It's actually technically Sunday, so I'm a little late, but that's okay. I pulled out of my VHS collection a film a lot of people don't even know exists, and that is Trucks. You Turn, You Die. This is a remake or readaptation of the short story, or I don't know. It's Maximum Overdrive, okay? Maximum Overdrive. Here you go. There's a remake of Maximum Overdrive from 1997, and this shit is hilariously awful. Like, honestly, while I was watching this, I was like, oh my God, am I going to really have anything to say about this movie? I was maybe like 30 minutes in, and I was just like, oh God, this is just plodding along. I'm kind of bored. And then something happens with an RC truck. And I was like, okay, well, that was funny as fuck. So, I wonder if there's going to be anything else. And then about 10 minutes later, there's a hazmat truck scene that's hilarious. And then there's some other funny stuff throughout. And then there's something that happens in a phone booth. And we're going to talk about all of this. But anyways, hello, Steven Spencer. Thank you for commenting and stopping by. So I'm going to let a few more people get in here first. We only got 7 at the moment. Whoa! I think you are freaking awesome, bro. Well, thank you, Steven. I appreciate that. Howdy, Sky. What's up, Jason? How you doing tonight? Thought I'd say hi and appreciate your reviews. Thank you, Jose. Steven Spencer, I love watching you. Well, so does my fiance. So yeah, has anyone out there seen Trucks? Has anybody seen this movie? It was a made-for-cable Maximum Overdrive remake. It says it's based on a short story. I thought Maximum Overdrive was an original script that he wrote for that film. I didn't realize he actually wrote a short story. So I'm kind of confused on that, but I guess it is, right? I mean, I'd have to grab my Maximum Overdrive copy and look at it. It should be right here. Let's see. Let's see what it says. I don't mean it like that. Okay, I like your YouTube channel. I got that, Davey. I was kidding. Spence, don't worry. It says, okay, Stephen King, Maximum Overdrive, written and directed by Stephen King. Yeah, I don't know. Was Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive an original screenplay, or was it based on a short story? This cover suggests that there's a short story. You can see it right here. Based on a short story. It's kind of covered up by this sticker. By Stephen King. Maybe they weren't allowed to put it. What's with Christine Maximum Overdrive killer subgenre? He likes killer cars. That's all I can say. But yeah. So, okay. I guess before we start, we can get into the Spirit Halloween. So while I was driving down to pick up my kids, there was an accident coming back on the freeway. And we were going to get stuck in traffic forever. For fucking ever. Like hours. And I was like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. So what we should do instead, because we all wanted to go to Spirit Halloween, is we just drove in the opposite direction of the traffic, deeper into Phoenix and went to Spirit Halloween, the closest one to us. And we went in, and I got some cool stuff. I mean, they're definitely not killing it this year. I wasn't like, oh my goodness. Bye, Steven. But I got some decent stuff. So let's check it out. I spent about $180, which is a little fucking ridiculous, to be honest. But my kids wanted some stuff, and of course my fiance wanted some stuff. So, all right. So first thing I got is actually something that I'm wearing right now, and that is this Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers hat. I needed a new hat, and this one actually fits pretty damn well. So I usually have a hard time finding hats, but yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So I had to pick up this one. This was $20. Edgar says the screenplay of Maximum Overdrive was inspired by and loosely based on King's short story Trucks, which was included in the author's first collection of short stories. Okay, so there is an actual short story called Trucks. This one is pretty much the same as Maximum Overdrive. Obviously, there's some things different, and Maximum Overdrive is the better film. No doubt about it. I know a lot of people shit on Maximum Overdrive, and trust me, I'm not defending it, but it is a better film than Trucks, let me tell you. So, yeah. So we got the hat, and then they had a few shirts. Some of them were cool. They had the typical ones, those like, let's summon demons in my first night fight. And they actually had a Michael Myers one. It was like H for Halloween. H is for Halloween, and had a bunch of kids like sitting in a circle, and Michael Myers was standing right next to him. That one was kind of cool for that. But anyways, the shirt I picked up because I liked how colorful it was. I definitely like a lot of colors in my shirts. I like to be loud and obnoxious with my clothes. But anyways, so we got this Killer Clowns from Outer Space shirt. They actually have a lot of Killer Clowns stuff this year, which is pretty cool. But it doesn't look that colorful in the picture. But yeah, anyways. Truck sounds like a spinoff of Disney's Cars. They made planes, right? And then Mater was like the fucking star of the second movie. That movie was terrible. But yeah, Killer Clowns. How do you say your name? Sheminix? Is that how you say that? But yeah. So what do you guys think? Killer Clowns? We got any Killer Clowns fans? I did a Killer Clowns from Outer Space Monster Monday. But yeah, it's a fun one. All right, next up, I got some cups. These are plastic, and they were only $3 a piece, and they had a decent collection of them. So first up, I got the Nightmare on Elm Street cup. Ready or Not, Here I Come. That one's cool. These are cool to just have for like, drinks down by the pool or something. I like Killer Clowns a lot, but I am on that shirt. Okay. I like it. Next up, we got Trick or Treat. This is I like this cup. I think it's cool. I'm not even a huge fan of this movie, honestly. I don't hate it. I like it, but I thought the cup was cool looking, so I wanted to pick it up. And lastly, the Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake cup. So yeah, these are cool. Just like, as I said, take these down by the pool since you can't have glass there. And you can have a drink, even though I think it says you can't have fucking cups at all. Anyway, I always get recommendations from your channel, and I even forgot why I sub, but your review of Alice, Sweet Alice was really awesome. Thank you, Sky. I actually just got the Arrow release. Right here. I've been wanting it for a while, and it's fucking great. It's a fantastic transfer. I highly recommend picking this one up, and I'm actually going to show it to Kaylee pretty soon. I showed her some of it, and she was a big fan of it, so we'll be definitely watching it. I got the Friday the 13th cup last year, the black one. I almost got the Michael Myers lamp. Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, oh, that's cool. I might get that. It's Michael Myers. He's holding a pumpkin. There's a knife in it. And it's a lamp. It's maybe about this big. And it was just a little expensive. It was $43, and I just felt like maybe 25. But yeah, 43 just seemed like it was pushing it. Anyway, okay. So next up, I got Kaylee a keychain because she's really into keychains. And this is a Halloween keychain. It has a knife on it. As you can see, it's got a little bloody knife. It's got a pumpkin. There you go, the pumpkin. And then it's got Michael's face. So it's got 3 keychains in one. And this was $10. So this was actually a pretty damn good price for these. So I like this. And okay, next up, we got some magnets. These are pretty cool. They look like Polaroids, but they are magnets that go on your fridge. And this is The Shining, the Grady twins, as you can see. So as I said, it looks like a big Polaroid with blood on it. Next, Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy on it in the boiler room. The Exorcist with Reagan with her head backwards, which I've always talked about on the channel, saying, how did Reagan survive this? This makes no sense to me. At the end of the movie, she comes out and she has cuts and scrapes and stuff all over her face. So all the injuries she sustained when Pazuzu was inside of her, she still has when she comes out of it. But somehow she broke her neck and is totally fine. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Still love the movie, though. And then finally, Halloween with Michael coming through. Now, I don't remember Lori snapping a Polaroid of Michael in this moment. She looked like she was a little busy pulling a hanger apart, but you know. Everyone's asking me about, well, not everybody, but a decent amount of people are asking me about American Horror Story Season 10. I have not watched it yet. I'll get to it. Might watch it tomorrow. But I have not watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm hearing great things about this season, which is wonderful. But American Horror Story always starts strong for me. Almost every season has started strong, and a lot of them do not keep up that, pace, but it is what it is. Anyway, there must be a keychain out there that has room 237 out. That's hilarious. So they had a room 237 keychain that I looked at to get, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But it had Jack Torrance on it in the middle of the keychain, and it looked like it was from room 237. And I was like, no, I don't want that, because I always want film accurate stuff. You know, if I'm going to buy something that's from the film, like that looks like it's from the film, I want it to be. So I went on eBay right after I left, and I looked up, and they have legit the keychains from the Overlook Hotel. So very cool. I'm going to get one of those for sure. So it's only like $5 online. So definitely not the one from Spirit, but that is funny that you mentioned the room 237 keychain, because that is something that I have on order. Okay, next up, this one's super cool. I like this one. Those magnets were $5 a piece, by the way. Okay, next up, this is going to go right here along this like open area on my wall between the door and here. But anyways, This is a little wood plaque. It features Jason from every Friday, all the different iterations of his mask, from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to X to the remake. Isn't that cool? That one's really cool. I dig that one a lot. So I'm excited to pop this one up in the doorway because I think that one's badass. What do you guys think? This was, as I said, $16.99. Totally worth it. And it's wood. It's nice and sturdy. All right. Next up, I'm jealous of your extensive movie collection. I lost most of mine growing up and moving house to house. I understand. I always kind of kept this stuff very close to me. I never lost any of my collection. I still have my entire VHS collection right over there off camera right now. But if you watch my Explore, like I showed off my house and I showed my entire VHS horror collection, which is like about 500 VHS strong. So, and then I got about 2,000 behind me of DVDs and Blu-rays. But I've always been able to retain these. That's effing awesome. Evolution of the Mask. Yeah, it's really cool. I like that one a lot. I'm buffering. I'm clean on my end. Talking to the guy at my store, he said 10 minutes after they opened the first day, an obvious reseller bought half their stuff, so it was pretty empty. Oh, God. People suck so bad, man. That's the worst. That's the fucking worst. I hate resellers. Like, just go out and buy it for yourself. Oh, that stuff pisses me off so much. Anyways, I hope I'm still... Somebody said buffering, so... I hope that's on your end, not mine. Is everyone getting me clearly right now? Let me know. I'm not actually going to show anything else unless somebody tells me that I'm going... It's a joke. Okay, thank God. I was going to say, what? I managed to maintain most of my movie collection, from place to place, lost a few books. Yeah, I lost some comics recently. I think I threw them away in the move. Halloween 2 and 3, the comic books from the and Night Dance as well. The collection, the trade paperback of Halloween Night Dance, and then the Halloween series, The Blackest Eyes, The Devil's Eyes, that one where it has like the big Roman numerals 2 and 3 on the covers. I lost that. So anyways, yeah, that's thank you for everyone telling me that I'm not buffering. So thank God. A director should offer you a small part in a horror movie. I agree. Okay, next up. This one's cool, but it makes me want something even cooler. And I looked it up and it's $180. And I think that's outrageous because I want it so bad now. I want it so fucking bad now. But hey, Ricardo. Okay, so they had this, and this is just a little plaque, but it's thick. It's probably 1.5 inches thick, and it's strong wood. But that is Judith Meyer's gravestone. Look at this thing. This thing's thick, and it hangs up on the wall here. Yeah. And it also has 2 different options. You can hang it from this. Well, obviously, this comes out. Here you go. This has a little hook here or here. I'd put it on here so you don't see it hanging. But yeah, Judith Meyer's headstone right here. But after I saw this, and this is $12.99, I was like, oh shit, I want the legit full-size Judith Meyer's headstone above my bed. And Kaylee was like, both her and I immediately were like, oh my God. We got to have that. And I went to trickortreatstudios.com, and they do offer it a 40-inch tall, headstone. So over 3 freaking feet tall. They got this headstone, and it looks like film accurate, man, full on film accurate, but I want $180 for it. It's made out of, they said like thick, pressed foam or something like that. If it was like, if it was 50, I'd 100% be getting it, but it looks straight up out of the movie. I was really, really impressed with it, but yeah, this is pretty cool regardless. So we'll keep this up for now. Until I can get something else. I don't know, $180. I don't see that happening. But anyways, Trucks the USA TV remake of Maximum Overdrive. That was the beginning of remakes that sucked for me. Yeah. Oh, yes, that is the one. You caught it. I love that 2008 Halloween comic series. Night Dance is better than most of the films in the series, in my opinion. I'll get it back. All right. 2 more things, and then we'll get to trucks. So, okay, this is another thing that they actually had the full size, but I don't have anywhere to put it. So I thought about getting it, but I was like, where the fuck am I going to put this thing? I guess I could have put it over in this corner over here. Now I'm looking at it. I don't know. Anyways, they have a smaller sized one, but I got the Beetlejuice little headstone, another headstone. But it's so cool. It looks exactly like the one in the movie, but they had a full size one. They had one that was it was tall. It was probably 40 inches as well. And it lit up like it blinked. This blinked like in the movie. And it was like $40. It was new. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this thing is so fucking cool. I want to get it. And then I was thinking about the house and I was like, Kaylee, where the hell are we going to put this? I was thinking about the house. She's like, I have no idea where the hell could we put it. And I couldn't come up with a place to put a huge Beetlejuice gravestone. So I was just like, well, this one is $15. So I like this one, and this one can go up. So I'm going to put this one up on my little horror shelf here, but it's cool though. This one's cool. It's made out of like, plaster or something. It's thick. It feels like freaking stone. It's very, sturdy and steady. So I don't know. As I said, I don't know what the hell it's made out of, but it feels very, very strong. So this is super, super cool. And lastly, the last thing I got, we needed a doormat. Okay. We looked at a few different doormats online, and I'm glad that we waited. I actually really wanted this Killer Clowns from Outer Space one. It was really colorful, but Kaylee hasn't seen that movie yet. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So they had this one. It's pretty cool. But yeah. So you can see under here. Yeah. Michael, welcome. We've been expecting you. But yeah, so good old doormat. We finally have one for the front door. So I don't know if I want to put this outside though. I'm like afraid someone's going to steal it. So it might just sit inside the house, which kind of, I don't know. You still wipe your feet off on it, right? But I don't want to wipe my feet off on it either. So that's kind of funny. But we've been needing one. So here it is. We got one. So, all right. Have you guys gotten anything from Spirit yet? The thing I want more than life is on trickortreatstudios.com, which is the screen accurate Good Guys doll for $500. That's, oh my God, I'd die if I got that thing, but I just can't justify spending $500. Did they have other doormats? Yeah, this doormat was $22. Yeah, $22, $21.99. They had Killer Clowns from Outer Space. They had a Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake, the yellow, the sign that we know from the movie. It looks exactly like the wood one that they sell that I have above the door over here. The wood one, they still had that too. They had the wood. I think that's like the coolest thing they carry is that freaking wood Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake sign. It's only $30. It's a steal. It's an absolute steal. I'm from Canada, like a rural part of Canada, so we don't get spirits. That sucks. Wow, she hasn't seen Clowns yet. I watched it when I was 5 on HBO in 1990. Yeah, there's all sorts of movies that every one of us haven't seen. So, yes, there's all sorts of movies I haven't seen. There's all sorts of movies all of you haven't seen. Yeah, we can't watch them all. Trust me, I'm trying, and you don't have enough life. King's awesome. I just read Roadwork for the first time, and it was badass. The Dead Zone will always be my favorite novel of his. Sam Loomis, have you watched the Dead Zone TV series with Anthony Michael Hall? I watched a decent amount of them. The other horror doormats, as I said, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which one was really cool, super colorful. I think they had a Trick or Treat one with Sam, of course. They had the Camp Crystal Lake one. They're really big on like Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, Beetlejuice. Like if you're into those movies, man, they have tons of shit from those films. I've never seen Dawn of the Dead, so I can't really say anything about her. I have not seen Killer Clowns. Exactly. We all have it. There's definitely, I haven't, honestly, I've seen pretty much every classic film, like every like obvious horror film. The only one I can think of that I haven't seen is Peeping Tom. I feel like that's like, and that's more like well known in the horror community. It's not really all that well known outside of the horror community. It's kind of more obscure in the general public. But I don't know, man. I really do feel like I've seen pretty much every obvious film and every sequel to every obvious film. Jason, have you seen The Hunger with David Bowie? I have not. I haven't. I know what it is though. I went to Spirit, just get in Halloween mood early. They had a lot of Beetlejuice stuff. My girlfriend loves that movie. I'll pick up something. That freaking gravestone, the big one that blinks and everything, is so badass, man. So yeah, that was $180 worth of stuff. Well, I got my kids a little couple things, but yeah, it goes quick. What's your favorite non-Michael Myers movie to watch during Halloween season? I don't know. I mean, obviously I watch horror movies 24/7, so I will say that I know this is not answering your question correctly because you said non-Myers movie. But for some reason, Halloween 4 just has the greatest like Halloween atmosphere to it. There's something about that film that always just screams Halloween to me. Something away the way that Dwight Little directed that film, like especially those opening shots of just like farmland, farm equipment and stuff in autumn. I love it. It always just makes me feel like it's Halloween time when I'm watching that film. So I know that's not a non-Myers film, but other than that, I mean, just pretty much any horror film. Obviously, I watch them all year round, and Halloween is really no different. Halloween 3 too has a fantastic atmosphere as well. Yeah. I'm not answering your question, I guess, but I have to say, I'm gonna say those anyway. Mr. Bungle, let's see. Mike Patton is a vocal god. Enough said. Also, David Bowie was actually a vampire. No, they're humans' eyes like him. Just saw The Taking of Deborah Logan with my girlfriend. All I gotta say is what the fuck. I haven't seen Deborah Logan in a while, but I mean, obviously I remember the iconic scene of her feasting on the kid. But I don't remember much else of that movie. So I need to rewatch that thing here pretty soon because, God, I genuinely just don't remember the rest of the film. I know she's like got dementia, but that's about all I remember. The opening of Jason Lives set a pretty good atmosphere too, in my opinion. Yeah, a very goofy atmosphere. That's such a silly movie, man. Tom McLaughlin really took that that film in a very silly direction. But anyway, okay. So I think the opening to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was the only opening to come close to the Halloween tones and vibes of H4 opening recently for me. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a really good one. The Season of the Witch song really amplifies that for sure. I love that song. I love the use of that song in horror. And I think it's great. Mike Patton done the zombie noises in I Am Legend. That's cool. All right. So trucks. Let's talk about this movie, shall we? So now in this version, trucks are really the only thing that come alive. Not every kind of mechanical and electrical thing, not ATM machines telling people to go fuck themselves or that they're an asshole. An asshole. This machine just called me an asshole. That's what it is. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. You're an asshole. And then drawbridges and all that stuff. No, it's just trucks outside of two other things. But man, as I said with this film, I thought it was going to be not worth talking about. I actually was watching and I was like, oh fuck, man, am I even going to do a Stephen King Saturday on this? This is so boring. This is so stupid and not in a fun way. And then about the 30-minute mark, it kind of all changed around for me. And we're going to talk about that. But how do mechanical things come alive? I don't understand this. Like it puts itself in gear. And in this movie, it actually like closes its own doors. Like this guy goes in the back of his freezer truck and the doors like swing, close, and lock on their own. I mean, obviously, I know I say this all the time, but obviously you can't analyze or take anything in these movies seriously. But I got nothing. There's no explanation possible for any of this, but who cares? We got Brandon Fletcher in here. He'd be the most recognizable face outside of the main girl is actually Cordelia from Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, which is a huge fan favorite of mine. I fucking love Demon Knight, dude. I've seen it so many times. William Sadler, Billy Zane. It's such a great flick. And Cordelia, the prostitute that's screwing Roach, and she plays the girl in this. I didn't even recognize her. I was looking at her, and I was just kind of going through the cast list and whatnot, and I saw Demon Knight and Cordelia, and I was like looking at her. I was like, really? Holy wow! And it's only a 2-year difference. And Demon Knight's 95. This is 97, so it's really closely thereafter. But she just looks a lot different in this one. We get this guy who makes these like racist comments to this Mexican guy. And then the Cordelia tries to like stand up for him. So then the guy kind of comes back at her aggressively, like he's going to like, maybe beat her up. And then she kind of talks shit back to him, showing that she's not going to take it. And then his response to that is basically like, now I'm going to try to hit on you and get laid. And it's like, some people just have no gauge or barometer for what's going on in the moment. It's so funny. And if you've ever been to the bar, this is not unrealistic. Like, what is happening? When people just think that women are interested or they just don't care. I think that's what it really comes down to is like, I'm just going to keep hitting on her until she gives in. But God, man, watching guys hit on girls at the bar when they're not interested is just, it's one of the roughest things you can ever do. Like they straight up just don't give a shit. And then the stuff they say to them is unreal. Like why don't you smile more? That's got to probably be one of the like every girl's least favorite fucking things to hear from guys that are pissing them off. or you'd look fucking prettier if you just smiled more, or some bullshit like that. Oh my God. Poor chicks. Killer cars just aren't scary. I mean, if a killer car was coming after you, I think you'd be scared, don't you? If Christine was like driving through your living room and trying to run you down, I'd be pretty fucking scared. Really, wow. I know Faith No More, favorite band. I knew he was Basic Commando. That's funny. Demon Knight is awesome. I saw it in theaters as a kid, and my dad and I were huge Tales fans. Yeah, I mean, I reviewed every episode of Tales from the Crypt on here, and I also did a top 5 and bottom 5 live at the Mad Monster Party, and Tom Savini himself showed up in that video and, hung out for a little bit. So that was pretty cool to have Tom Savini show up in our breakdown. Demon Knight is great. Remember going to see it at the movies with my cousin. I know you had fun with Bordella. Yeah, Bordella is fine. I did a review on it, but yeah, I like it. I like Ritual better. The third Tales from the Crypt movie that is kind of technically a Tales from the Crypt. If you buy it in the specific DVD, it comes with like the Jamaican Crypt Keeper. But it has Jennifer Grayson from Dirty Dancing and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And and recently I guess I said not Ferris Bueller's Day Off on a movie. I actually said, the hell did I say in its place? Some other movie, and someone brought it to my attention. They're like, this person wasn't in this, or that's not from this, that's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I was like, that's what I fucking said. And they're like, no, you didn't. You said this movie. And I went back and I watched it, and I was like, I can't believe I said it. Why would I say that? Have you ever done that? I mean, that's what happens when you talk for 30 straight minutes. You fuck up. But I don't even any idea why I would say that movie. I can't even remember what movie it is right now. Risky Business. That's what it was. I said Risky Business instead of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They're not even close. Like, I don't know what drugs I was on in that moment, but we all fuck up. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, I want to get my teeth sharpened. Okay, go for it. If that's what you're into. I haven't heard of the Ritual. Yeah, Ritual. It's this one right here. So as you can see, Tales from the Crypt, Ritual, Jennifer Grey, Craig Schaefer's in it, and Tim Curry. I think that's cool. I like it. As you can see down, I think, is he on here? Oh no, I thought you could see the Jamaican. Oh, you can. He's here on the side. Can you? Kind of there. You can kind of see the Crypt Keeper. It's really bad. Like the Crypt Keeper scene, you can tell that it was like not the right people and not the right puppetry and all that. It's just really cheaply thrown together. But yeah. Anyways. So okay, moving on from guys talking to women. Then we get the UFO tourists. Which I don't understand this now that I'm thinking about it. So this guy shows up with his daughter, Abby, and they have like this real strained relationship. She's like forced to be with him. Every once in a while, he left to be in the military to fly choppers in the Gulf War. And he then has custody, or he has visitation of her for a shorter time. So he takes her out to a UFO tour. But then when there's this hippie guy on the tour, the hippie guy is talking about all the conspiracy theories of Area 51. And then this guy with the daughter is talking about how that's all hogwash, that he flew choppers there, that there's nothing but the military there, and it's all, a bunch of hooey. And it's like, then why are you on a UFO tour? Maybe I missed something. Maybe he's not there for the UFO tour and only the other guy, but that's what she's doing. She specifically says, and people are making fun of her for it. She specifically says that she's fucking like running a UFO tour. So this guy gets on a UFO tour, but then he does say later on that they were sending out, he kind of lied-ish that they had a department or something that looked out for UFOs, but I don't know. They don't really elaborate on that. This really is more of a toxic spill movie as opposed to the energy, like the cosmic radiation that's around the earth in the Stephen King Maximum Overdrive. This one's like a toxic spill of something. I don't know what the hell. Oh, what the hell. I love that movie. Well, first and third parts of it. So anyway, and the military dad in this movie and his daughter are just all the drama parts of this movie just don't work. They just don't work. They try and they don't work, but hey, they try, I guess. And then we've got we find out that this place is near Area 51 and a meteor crash site, but it ends up being this toxic spill. So that brings us into our first scene. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to pull up this scene here. So we've got the first scene here is, well, we got to let this ad play really quick. So let's do that real quick. Ad's going to take like 5 seconds. This one's 15 full seconds. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, no, I get to skip it. Nice. All right. Sweet. So the movie's kind of plodding along, a little boring, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, shit, am I going to watch this? I don't know. This is free on YouTube to watch, and this copy is way cleaner than the one I watched. The VHS I have, this one actually looks really nice. This looks like a really clean, like almost like an HD quality one. But yeah, so this goes off right here into this scene with a mailman and an RC truck. So, hold on. It's a little further. It's right here. So this mailman is coming into town here, and there's this little toy RC truck, and it's trapped inside. So it goes over, it sees that there's these little ramps, and it gets them and it puts it up to the door. This is so great. This thing has a total brain. It puts 2 little ramps in front of the door, and then boom, right through. Boom, what a landing, man. That's an action movie landing right there. It's fucking great. So you're thinking, I was watching this and I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. They have an RC truck that weighs maybe, I don't know, 5 pounds, if that. And this dude is just like standing here, and I'm thinking, okay, this truck is going to like hit him, right? And it's going to like push him out into the road, and another big truck is going to come and take him down. And I'm like, that has to be what happens here. Like, this truck couldn't do anything to this guy. So he just thinks this is a big gag, right? Of course, he thinks that there's kids fucking with him that would actually drive this thing through a window. There's no way this thing hurts that bad. I mean, even if it does, look at this. Oh my God, that makes him fall into the road. He can't get up at this point. Whoa, he is so just, in trance. He's so injured. But boom, one to the head. Another one. It backs up and gets to him quick. He's so fast. He gets a little cut on his face. And then it just keeps bashing his fucking head in. Over and over and over. The blood squirt. So fucking great. You can see the blood squirt is actually coming from the ground and not anywhere near his head. Look at that. It's clearly off cam. It's nowhere near his head. And now you have gore on the front of the. Look at this. What is that stuff? That's supposed to be part of him. That blood is just horrendous. But boom, dead, gone. RC truck kill. So they went for it, man. So fucking funny. Absolutely ridiculous, but totally fun, and saved the movie because I was just done. The moment when you realize you have underestimated the movie's stupidity, 100%. Okay, so the next scene, let's see, did I miss anything? Toy truck, then mailman killed by the truck. And then I do like that the dude is like working on fixing a truck, and then the truck, as soon as he finishes fixing the truck, the truck comes alive and kills him, runs him over. And I'm like, you've been dealing with this situation where all the cars are coming to life, and you didn't think for a second that maybe the car you're fixing up would come to life and kill you as soon as you made it work. Like the logic there, like never for 1 second was that guy like, I wonder if this car will come to life like all the others and kill me as soon as I make it work. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, so let's see. Next. So then the next scene, which is even funnier to me, is at 45 minutes. Where is it? I did some timestamps beforehand. Okay. Should be about right around here. So now in this scene, we're getting an ad we're going to have to sit through. So as I said, there's a chemical spill. These guys, they're from a hazmat. They're in hazmat suits. They're deployed there by the military to clean this up. They're the hazmat guys, and they're there. So these guys show up, and the company's name, I can't read what it is. I paused it. I tried to look so close. I can't read it, but the acronym for it is TIT. TIT. T-I-T. TIT. That's what they went with in this film. It says it on the side of the truck. I cannot read it for the fucking life of me. So BC972 is this chemical that's spraying out into the air, right? And these guys are here to, quote, mop it up, right? He's like, we got to get our gear on. See, TIT. You can see it clearly. TIT. T-I-T. TIT. That's the name of this freaking hazmat, company or whatever the hell. So this is his suit. Can't see his face at all. Clear, that's by design, of course, because of how we see here. But this is the air delivery system here. And the air delivery system comes online, right? And it fills up this suit. And so I guess the air inside is now controlled by the trucks, like whatever controls the trucks. So now it's a full-on movable human. So this is what Stephen King's movie was missing for sure. Look at this. Don't you feel like it'd be kind of hard to see right here? Plus, don't you feel like because you can look right here, he has no attachment to the side of it anymore that should be pumping air into the suit. Not that I can see. Unless it's off screen, it doesn't look like it. No, it's detached. You can see it's detached right here. So why isn't the air coming out of it? That's the question. Watch, look at the side of it. I try to read this. I've tried to read it like 5 times, what TIT stands for, but I can't catch it. It's like toxic. And then the second word, I cannot. It's like something. I can't read it. Anybody got anything on that one? But yeah, I guess it can control oxygen in this movie and make the shape of a man, and that man can control an axe. The face being black is hilarious. The fact that it's pulled out from the side and no air is coming out of it is fucking hilarious. And finally, the fact the company is TIT is even funnier. What a hilariously ridiculous sequence. I can't help it. TIT is here to save the day. TITs are always here to save the day. My fucking Lord, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, and this one, the trucks run into another truck, rip it in half, and then they all like surround the truck to like talk by honking the horns, maybe in Morse code. And it's almost like they're mourning the dead. it really feels like that. Like they all gather around the dead truck and like honk their horns, almost like, as I said, like they're having some kind of a funeral for it or something. I don't I don't fucking know what's happening. I think the middle word is international. It might be. It didn't look like it, but I tried pausing it, man. Maybe you guys can get a cleaner shot of it, but I really tried. If only they could rely on their partner company, twat. They might have that company. Tip. When I saw that, dude, I laughed out loud. But yeah, so also in this, the trucks, they do something else. What do? They do something. Oh, so you know how in Maximum Overdrive, they like gang up on these guys and are like, give us gas. We need gas. Fill us up. We can't do it ourselves. Even though they can control oxygen and completely like inanimate objects like doors, they can move doors. They can control oxygen, but I guess they can't take the gas nozzle off of the gas pump and put it into the gas tank. I guess that's just too much. That's too much of a stretch. But yeah, so they're like trying to be like, we need gas, we need the gas. And the way that they show that they need gas is that they drive in a big circle around the gas station for about 10 straight hours. No shit. Like they get there early and it's like late into the night when they're still driving in circles around. It's like, they're not out of gas yet. I mean, if you drove that much, I'm pretty sure you'd be out of gas, and you might as well have tried to drive to another gas station by that point. I am home for this video, but this past week was rough at work. And you, in your live trailer video, helped me get through. Hey, man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Glad to help. It can help. Just joined. Did you already show your haul? I did. But don't worry, this is recorded, so you can go back and check it out. So one thing I did kind of like was, so the kids in this, Brendan Fletcher being one of those kids, the guy from Freddy versus Jason and the Rampage movies. He, of course, kind of gets his little love interest in Abby, who looks like freaking Tegan and Sarah from their like first album. Look at their original videos and then look at this girl. I'm telling you, she looks exactly like them. Anyway, they try to cross through this drain pipe, and then the trucks notice they're doing it, and one of them is like this dump truck, and it comes over and it like dumps all of these rocks on one side, trapping them inside the tube, and then another truck goes and parks itself right up against where they can come out, so they can't come out, and it puts the tailpipe in there, just pumping the emissions into the tailpipe, into the tube there, to try to suffocate them. I thought that was great. I was like, okay, that was cool. I like that. That makes sense. That's really cool. That makes the trucks seem smart and menacing. So I actually was like, wow, that was one thing that actually made kind of sense here. Then there's like this bar fight, and the hippie guy has to come in, and he breaks a bottle over the guy's head, and immediately is like, hey, peace. Not to anybody, just to the camera. So we kind of get a meta piece, or meta world piece from the NBA. And then there's like two hillbilly guys in there, trucker guys, and they keep getting mad that their trucks are being taken over by this mystical force. And so they keep, like, one of them like runs outside and it's like, hey, that's my truck. And it's like, oh, you can steal everyone else's truck, and it doesn't matter that some mystical force has taken over inanimate objects or mechanical objects. He doesn't want his truck fucked with. But that scene's pretty funny. The friend goes off and he tries to like make a Molotov cocktail, and he throws it at his friend's truck, not knowing his friend's in there. And then his friend's burning inside the truck, and then the truck plows into the building that the guy made the Molotov cocktail in, killing them both. That's pretty hilarious. And then okay, so here comes my favorite scene of the whole fucking film. I found this to be so funny, and I'm going to probably rewind this a couple times, so stick with me. Favorite Star Wars book and movie. My favorite Star Wars book is Dark Disciple. It's about Quinlan Voss and Asajj Ventress being hired to assassinate Count Dooku by the Jedi Council. Highly, highly recommended. Also Lost Stars, of course. And yeah, I mean, I could definitely recommend a bunch of them, but no one in here else cares but me. So I like the question, though. And my favorite Star Wars movie is, of course, The Last Jedi. We all know how much controversy I have over that, but I don't give a fuck. That movie rules, and you guys are all morons. Anyway, okay, 118. Let's see. Right here. Check this shit out. This made me laugh so fucking hard, guys. Okay, it's gonna do the ads. Okay, so Abby goes out into the phone booth. So in 5 seconds, we'll get it. So, okay, here we go. So the hippie dude comes out to save her. And of course, like in all movies, I've always talked about this in movies. If the momentum of your body is heading in the direction of someone to knock them out of the way of a car, the easiest thing to do would be to knock into them and continue to keep going forward, right? Like the inertia is going to carry you and them. Like you're going to knock into one another, but you're going to like tackle them out of the way. But in movies, they typically like hit the person, which then stops them dead in their tracks. And then they just stand there and get hit by a car. It's happened in a fucking 1,000 movies. Cruel Intentions, go down the list. Doesn't matter. I've seen it so often. It makes no sense. If you're going to knock someone out of the way of a car, knock yourself out of the way of the car too. I've seen that too, but it's rare. Typically, if someone saves someone from getting hit by a car, they have to get hit by their car in their place for some fucking weird reason. This is so stupid to me. But so this guy, he grabs Abby, and instead of running out with her too, he just sits there and takes the truck head on. But then watch what happens when her dad comes in to save the day. He runs off with her. And it's clearly like a mannequin that he's running away with. The body is completely straight and stiff and sideways. It's fucking hilarious. Watch this scene. Okay, here's him taking it head on. Boom. And then watch right here. Look at he's just running. It gets me. It's fucking so funny. It's so fucking funny. Why? No, don't do it to me. The body he runs away with is so stiff and so flat and so straight. It kills me. So the phone booth lures her in. Here comes Hippie. He just sits there. Oh no. And then look at the body. Look at the body. Look at the body that he's running away with. Abby. Woo, shit. That kills me. It really does. That is so fucking funny to me. So I hope other people find that as funny as I do. Because just he looks like he's running with like a cardboard cutout of his daughter. That's so good, man. That's so good. So yeah, those are the scenes I really wanted to share. I can't help myself but share those three. But the stiff body one, holy hell, so fucking funny. Let's see what else. And then we've got the ending. Really, I mean, everything else kind of doesn't work. And then we get to the ending where these guys are just decide finally to just leave the building and go run off on roads that, you know, the trucks can't get at them on, which is like, duh. There's so many places I could go, backyards and everything that, you know, now this is that kind of a little more out in the open, but there's plenty, you can see plenty of areas where trucks could not get you. But whatever, they all just stay in the building because that's convenient to the movie. But anyway, so they get to this like this. Look, I guess I have it here. Why not? Since we have it up. So yeah. So here's the big final truck scene. It's gonna, of course, go to the there you go. We got the freaking ad. Okay, so here is the big last hurrah. So Abby and her dad took off on a motorcycle because he was just going to bail and try to get a helicopter to save them all. And then she's like, no, you're not leaving me, not again. And they have this emotional moment where they bond and hug, and then they ride off in a motorcycle. So you think like, okay, they're gone, or maybe they're going to come back at the end. So look at this helicopter just comes down and they think it's the dad, right? And so there's clearly a ramp right there just waiting. And this is actually a pretty cool stunt, I feel. Like, this truck gets really close to this helicopter, and this guy's, like, hanging from it. Look at this. It's, like, sideways, and this truck's, like, right next to it. Like, in that moment. Now, it doesn't do it there. Of course, it cuts away. But at first, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Higher budgeted thing. And then they get in the helicopter, and Abby doesn't seem to know what's going on. She's like completely brain dead, and Brandon Fletcher's character has to like remind her who he is. So I don't know exactly what's happening here. So he thinks it's going to be the dude. Of course, the chopper's being flown by the mystical energy or whatever. And it actually talks to him right here. Yeah, so they actually can talk through this radio for some reason. I don't know, but they can talk now. I taught him how to talk now. He can talk now. What movie? And that's the end there. But yeah, I don't know why Abby's like brain dead. Not really sure what happened there. I got this hat at Spirit Halloween for $20, $19.99. If you go, they'll have it right now. Truly the highlight of the movie. It's like one of those scenes where they are clearly carrying a baby doll or something. Yeah, it's so funny, man. It's kind of interesting ending, actually. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Abby. I don't know why she's like completely out of it, but it is what it is. All right, guys, it's 1:48 in the morning. I got to get up with my kids early. I appreciate the hangout. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope everyone dug the Spirit Halloween stuff, the Stephen King talk, even though I really just wanted to talk about 3 or 4 scenes, but still super funny. Hey, E.T. reference, you got it. There you go. Drew Barrymore, my first real serious crush in my life, but not from that movie. But yeah, so I appreciate it, guys. You guys are all amazing. And we'll talk next time. I should have hopefully, I'm going to be doing a Slasher Sunday tomorrow on this new copy, this new Blu-ray I got from the Bestron Video Collection. And that is Slaughter High. So look forward to that tomorrow. I hope I'm gonna try to watch that. I was going to watch some Them. I'm watching Them season 1. There's only 1 season right now. 3 episodes in. Very good show on Amazon Prime. And I need to watch Slasher, the newest episode. This is episode 4. That's on Shudder right now. I haven't gotten to that either. I try to watch so much shit. So anyways, look forward to that. And I don't know, maybe I'll talk about American Horror Story. We'll see. I get enough fucking people asking me for it. I might as well. Oh, and I also just got this too. My girl talked me into collecting more of these collectible things, and I just thought this was adorable. I couldn't resist. So I had to pick this one up. I'll probably get the Jason and the Freddy, and I don't want to go down this road, but these are adorable. So I'm going to pick these up, and then I'm collecting the NECA figures now as well. So here we go. There goes my wallet. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you for hanging out. See you later.